apologize for that delay. We're going to start right away with Commander O'Neill, and then we have some representation. Coroner Jennifer Bannock, Lake County Coroner, is here, and we have representation from the FBI and State Police as well.
Commander O'Neill, Highland Park Police Department. Last name is O'Neill. As you know, an active investigation continues into the shooting at the Highland Park 4th of July parade. The parade route in downtown Highland Park and the central business districts remain an active crime scene. Therefore, we highly recommend that individuals living in this area to continue to shelter in place. This area entails Green Bay Road to Laurel Avenue to St. John's Avenue to Elm Place. The investigation and most law enforcement personnel are focused in this area. Individuals outside of this area no longer need to shelter in place. However, we urge everyone and anyone to remain vigilant and immediately report any suspicious behavior in the community. The Lake County Coroner is on scene assisting with the investigation. Highland Park Police are collaborating with the Lake County Major Crime Task Force, the FBI, the Illinois State Police, county and local law enforcement agencies throughout our area. While no one is in custody at this time, a very active apprehension effort is currently underway. Individuals with knowledge of the incident, persons of interest, including photo or video evidence from the scene or area, are encouraged to share them with the FBI by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI. Regular updates are also being posted on the city website at www.cityhpil.com. Thank you.
Coroner.
My name is Jennifer Bannock, Bravo Alpha November Echo Kilo. I'm calling with an update on the coroner's investigation. So far, there are 5 dead on the scene. Those decedents have been identified, and we are working on notification for those families. There is 1 additional decedent that was taken to a local hospital. Thank you.
All right, again, very active investigation, and we'll try to answer what questions we can without negatively impacting the investigation. I can tell you our investigators, in collaboration with the FBI and our federal partners, are making significant progress. So we're moving forward, and that's where we're at right now.
Deputy Chief, were you able to glean anything off the gun that was left, numbers or anything that leads back to where this might have come from?
The gun is certainly being heavily investigated by the ATF, our federal partners, and we are working on that aspect.
Can you tell us what kind of gun it was at this point?
Right now, what we're saying is it's a high-powered rifle. Beyond that, I'm not going to go into much more. Eventually, we will. When we feel comfortable releasing that information without giving out information we don't want out there at this point, we will put that out.
This is a question for Bannock.
Yes.
Could you tell us exactly, you said you were able to identify them. Are they children? Do the ages range?
I can tell you that the decedents on scene were adults.
Is there an update on how many are injured at the hospital? I'm sure there might be more than 2,000 at this point.
So my name is Joe Schrage. I'm the fire chief for the city of Highland Park. So on scene we transported 10 to Highland Park Hospital, 6 to Lake Forest Hospital, and then 7 to Evanston Hospital.
In addition to that, there were walk-ins at different hospitals, people that self-transported and drove themselves, so the numbers are a little higher than the transports by fire.
Have you identified the gunman? Do you know who you're looking for at this point?
I can't get into that just yet.
Are we talking about multiple shooters or one shooter?
At this time, we have no indication to believe there was more than one. However, we're only hours after this occurred, so we don't want to narrow in, and we want to be very broad and look at this in totality.
Talk about how they're doing a search. Right now there's 6 fully manned armored vehicles right down the street. Are they just waiting for tips, or are they going to go door to door?
So primarily the SWAT teams and NIPUS, what they are doing is they have been evacuating people out of the buildings that have been in that contained 4 radius. Should the individual still be there, that is their primary focus at this point.
Can you clarify the number? I just want to clarify the number of those who are deceased. So 5 who were deceased on the scene were adults. And is there one
Do you want
more
this?
because there was
There were 5 on the scene, and they were all adults. and then there was one that was transported to a local hospital that also died at the hospital. I don't have any additional information on that victim.
Including their age.
Not right now.
Can you go over that perimeter one more time? 'Cause I think it's a really important piece of information.
The perimeter streets.
So currently we have an active crime scene in our central business district. The perimeter is Green Bay Road to Laurel Avenue, to St. John's Avenue, to Elm Place. And we have police personnel in that area continuing the investigation and clearing businesses and buildings.
Are there people still inside buildings at this hour? Do you know how many more you need to evacuate?
Some people chose to shelter in place and continue to do so. We are working with our law enforcement teams in that area to evacuate them. The Highland Park Police Department is the reunification site for family and friends. If anyone is missing anyone or there's any separated parties, they can be directed to the Highland Park Police Department, and that's located at 1677 Old Deerfield Road in Highland Park, 60035.
So just to clarify, people outside of that investigation, that scene right there, do not need to shelter in place anymore.
That's correct. That's correct. There's a heavy police presence in the area and in the community right now.
For those who were transported to the hospital, for any of them children? Those also all adults?
At least one of those was a child.
At least
Yeah.
of the deceased?
I don't know whether or not we transported, but do not know the outcome.
Do you know their condition when they were transported?
When they were transported, they were critically injured.
All of them?
Do you have an
Just the
age
child.
The child?
I do. No, I was not given the age range. I'm sorry. We can get that too.
But the child was the one critically injured.
Yes.
What do the injuries range from in terms of those in the hospital right now?
So they were gunshot wounds, and it varied from abdomen to limbs and such. But the crews were on scene very quickly. There was bystanders as well that rendered aid as well. They were quick to tie tourniquets and do bleeding control, which definitely assisted the fire department on scene.
How long did the incident take place? Do you have any idea how many minutes this lasted?
Commander.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
How long did the incident take place from beginning the shooting to the end?
It was very quick. Gunfire was recognized in the area. Police units were actually already on scene for the parade in addition to fire personnel. So it was very expeditious. It was pretty quick, and then the offender had fled the scene.
Do you have any idea how many shots were fired?
I do not at this time. Numerous is what I could tell you right now.
Had your department, in wake of what we saw in Waukesha, Wisconsin, had your department trained for anything like this or had meetings in terms of parade security after what we saw in Wisconsin?
Yes, the Highland Park Police Department has a high level of training. We historically, currently, and in the future will train in rapid deployment, rapid response. Also, rendering aid is a priority for our agency. And this morning that was done quickly. We were able to get medical personnel in quickly to start evacuating wounded parties. And that also included using police vehicles in addition to fire department ambulance vehicles. And many people self-transported too.
Just touching on that question, there's a high level of training for all agencies in Lake County, and I think that you're going to hear accounts of how quickly Highland Park Police Department responded and did exactly what they were supposed to do. But right now we want to focus on the victims and ensuring we're catching the offender.
Any idea how he got onto the roof?
So the roof was a business, and it looks like access to the roof via a ladder in an alley was unsecure.
Fire escape? Is it own ladder or the ladder was there already?
A ladder that's attached to the building. All right, we can take two more.
Is there any reason to believe that the suspect is in that perimeter that you all are currently investigating right now?
That's what we're still working on determining. We've had dozens of police canines out here, drones, and other technology we're using to locate and see if it can assist us in the investigation.
Any further details on the suspect description or vehicle description?
Not at this time. That initial description does stand. All right. We'll shoot for about 4:15 for the next briefing. Thank you.